I recommend this game with no commitment. You play as a dwarf, you love your booze, you got them dance moves, you steal mine resources, and you may develop a religious devotion to shouting rocks and stones. I'm telling y'all, once you play this game, you'll never stop saying that phrase. But hey, that's Deep Rock Galactic for you. For those people who haven't played it, Deep Rock Galactic is a co-op mining shooter where you and up to 3 players take on the role of one of the 4 dwarves working for a company called Deep Rock Galactic. Their business model is simple. Find caves, send dwarves into it, extract everything of value, and cha-ching! That's pretty much the loop, but it's addicting, I'm telling y'all. The company drops you into some of the most hostile caves imaginable in search of minerals, rare resources, and whatever else management decides is worth money this week. It's probably one of the most addictive co-op games I have ever played, which raises an important question. How did a game about mining rocks become this fun? Because after dozens of hours of playtime, it made me think we are not heroes trying to save humanity from some sort of demon lord. Well, unless that demon lord is your friend who keeps accidentally blowing up the team. And there is really no goal aside from draining a planet of its natural resources for a paycheck without any regards to its life and ecosystem. Are we the freaking bad guys, bro? Deep Rock Galactic takes place on Hoxus 4, a planet so unbelievably rich and hostile that every living thing on it seems to wake up every morning and choose violence. The caves are filled with giant spiders, acid-spitting bugs, flying nightmares, and creatures that seem specifically designed to eradicate us. Now, naturally, when a company discovers a planet filled with dangerous wildlife, the reasonable response would be to leave it alone. DRG had a different idea. What if we mined all of it? And thus an industry was born. Bro, I swear, they are just idiots who are blinded by prophets. The premise of this game is simple. You spawn in your own cabin. If you're a solo player, you get to choose 1 out of 4 classes: engineer, scout, driller, or gunner. I mainly play driller since it's literally a one-man team. We'll talk about this later. You choose a cave that is tied to your current quest or maybe tied to whatever materials you want to farm. You hop on the drop pod and start working. There are varieties of missions ranging from mining expeditions, which are beginner friendly. Management wants more kite, you get more kite, everybody's happy. We have egg hunt, which sounds harmless until you realize we're literally breaking into an alien nursery and stealing children. We also got on-site refining, salvage operation, and point extraction. It's basically management dropping a giant mining platform into somebody else's property and telling us to take anything valuable. And my favorite ones, escort duty, where you get to escort Doretta. It's a drill dozer. We prevent her from getting destroyed by bugs. We also have elimination, just kill cocoons of mini bosses, and industrial sabotage, where you break into rival company facilities. Which means Deep Rock Galactic isn't just stealing from nature, they're stealing from competitors too. You know, I understand why the wildlife on this planet retaliates, especially when we steal their eggs. Just imagine somebody broke into your house and stole your children, probably be upset too. I just love how chaotic this game is. Imagine starting off calm and ending with swarms chasing you, couldn't get any better. And throughout all of this, Mission Control keeps talking to us through a radio. He's basically the world's most patient manager. No matter what happens, he's there to remind us about company objectives, and that is not our safety. Swarms of insects,
Keep focused.
boss fights,
Keep focused.
entire team down.
Keep focused.
Heck, even if you are just having fun, he'll tell you to stop. The company clearly has its priorities sorted out, and those priorities, just like what I've said, are not employee safety. And yeah, I'm gonna go off script a bit. I just love how they set things up in the most unscripted way possible. Maybe that's a factor to like a pinch of unpredictability. You know what I'm saying? That creates fun stuff or maybe unexpected stuff that makes the game much more fun. You're an employee, your job is extracting resources, everything else is secondary. The bugs are defending their home, we're extracting every valuable resource we can find, we steal their eggs, we drill through their caves, we shoot anything that objects. Looking at the situation objectively, I think the bugs might have a pretty strong case. Here's the problem with explaining Deep Rock Galactic to people who have never played it. It sounds incredibly boring. Think about it. You enter a cave, you mine minerals, you collect them, and then you leave. That's the game. If I described any other game that way, you'd probably stop listening halfway through the sentence. And yet somehow Deep Rock Galactic has convinced thousands of people to spend hundreds of hours doing exactly that. You know why? Because the game understands one very important thing. People love making progress. I love making progress. There is just something ridiculously satisfying about hitting a mineral vein and watching chunks fly everywhere. I don't know if it's the sound design, the visual feedback, or some secret dwarven hypnosis technique, but my brain immediately wants more of it. Almost every single thing you do in this game feels productive. You mine minerals, that's resources. You complete objectives, that's progress. You finish missions, credits, you spend those credits, that's upgrades. You unlock new equipment, now you wanna test it. The game constantly gives you small rewards that lead into bigger rewards, and before you realize it, you've spent hours underground committing corporate-sponsored environmental destruction. And then there's Nitra. Don't even get me started on this damn mineral. This red glowing mineral is so important that players will prioritize it over their own survival. You can be getting chased by a swarm of bugs, your health is low, and your ammunition is running out. Somebody suddenly spots Nitro on the ceiling. Suddenly the bugs become a secondary concern because every resource in Deep Rock Galactic feels useful. Nothing feels wasted, even gold. Now let's be honest, gold isn't exactly the most important resource in the game, but every dwarf or most of us still mines it anyway. Why? Because we're dwarves. That's it, that's the reason. There's something with this game and I don't know why. Maybe it's the engagement and the way that they keeps us engaged through small things, small accomplishment that leads up to bigger ones. What makes all of this even better is that the game never feels like it's forcing you to play. It isn't throwing battle passes, microtransactions, premium currencies, or pay-to-win shenanigans in your face every 5 minutes. It simply gives you a reason to say, alright, one more mission. Then suddenly it's midnight, then it's 2 in the morning. Then you're questioning your life choices while loading into another cave. But I don't think the progression is the only reason people keep coming back. Deep Rock Galactic also does something else really well. Every mission creates a series of small problems that need solving. A mineral vein is stuck high on a wall, a giant pit blocks your path, you're lost in the freaking map, a swarm appears at the worst possible moment, a boss decides your existence is optional, and somehow those little problems always turn into memorable moments. The mining gets you into the cave, but the situations you encounter inside are what keeps you coming back, at least for me, you know. And before you know it, you're loading into another mission because maybe the next cave will be even crazier than the last one. Before I explain why I spend most of my time playing Driller, it's probably worth talking about the other classes first. Deep Rock Galactic has 4 classes: Scout, Engineer, Gunner, and Driller. Scout is the mobility guy. He has a grappling hook that lets him reach places nobody else can, which is useful because the game loves putting materials in locations specifically designed to annoy everybody else. The Engineer is the builder. He places platforms, deploys turrets, and generally makes the cave less painful to navigate. Gunner is exactly what the name suggests: big weapons, shield, zip lines, and enough firepower to make the Bogser consider their life choices. Then there's Driller. Now I know every class has its strengths and weaknesses and they work better when they're together, but Driller immediately stood out for me because of one very simple reason. He comes with a flamethrower. Yeah bro, the moment the game handed me a weapon specifically designed to set giant alien insects on fire, I knew I had found my class. Every problem suddenly had a very straightforward solution. There's just something deeply satisfying about watching an entire group of enemies walk directly into a wall of flames and immediately regret their decisions. I don't know if they have the capability to think, but yeah. The funny thing is the Driller actually has other weapons too. There's the cryo cannon and the corrosive sludge pump. Have I unlocked them yet? Honestly, I don't know. It depends on when you're watching this video. By the time this gets uploaded, I might already have them. Maybe I'm a cryo main now. Maybe I've embraced chemical warfare with the sludge pump. Who knows? But I feel like I'm gonna be sticking with flamethrower. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one as my favorite weapon. Deep Rock Galactic keeps giving me more options, but my brain keeps returning to the one that turns bugs into barbecue. Another reason I mainly play Driller is because I spend most of my time playing solo, which is admittedly a little sad when you remember this as a co-op game. Most people are running missions with friends while I'm down in a cave by myself fighting bugs for a company that probably wouldn't notice if I die or disappeared. Fortunately, the game gives solo players a little help in the form of Bosco. Bosco is the flying robot companion that joins you whenever you're playing alone. And honestly, he might be the most reliable employee in the entire company. He mines resources, fights enemies, carries heavy objects, and revives you whenever you make a terrible decision, which in my case happens more often than I like to admit. Then there's Molly. Molly is the mobile deposit. Oh my days, my pronunciation is embarrassing. It follows you around carrying all the minerals you collect during a mission. At least that's what she's supposed to do. I mean, she's doing a pretty good job. But there are times Molly seems to possess a supernatural ability to always be slightly farther away than you'd like. The moment your pockets are full, she's somehow on the other side of the cave. And when extraction starts, she's suddenly no shortcut through the cave that nobody bothered to tell me about. I mean, she's still doing a pretty good job if you're gonna ask me. You can press C so that you can call her whenever, wherever exactly you want her to be. Despite that, Bosco keeps me alive, Molly carries my loot, and Driller gives me the ability to solve most navigation problems by drilling straight through them. So when people ask why I only play Driller, it's not because the other classes are bad, it's because every mission eventually presents a problem, and Driller's solution is usually the one I like the most. If there's something standing between me and my objective, I don't want to go around it, I want to go through it. And you know what's also good about the Driller? It's the built-in insecticides. After spending dozens of hours in Deep Rock Galactic, I think I've finally come to a conclusion. We are absolutely the baddies. We invade an alien planet, strip mine its natural resources, steal eggs from creatures that are literally just trying to protect their home, kill anything that gets in our way, and then leave before the planet can do anything about it. If another civilization did that to Earth, we'd probably call it an invasion. So yeah, I think the bugs have every right to hate us. But despite all of that, I genuinely love this game. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm completely addicted to Deep Rock Galactic. I love the mechanics, I love the gameplay loop, and I love how every mission somehow creates memorable moments without forcing them. The game doesn't rely on scripted set pieces to make you remember your adventures. It simply throws you into a cave with a pickaxe, weapons, a bunch of oversized insects, and trust that something ridiculous will happen. And somehow, it always does. What's even crazier is how the game slowly turns you into a dwarf. Somewhere along the way, you stop questioning why you're mining every shiny rock you see. You instinctively look for nitro the moment you enter a cave, you see gold and immediately think, mine it. I mean, not even gold, bro, just enough minerals, or like every minerals. You start shouting rocks and stones. There's just something addictive with shouting that phrase. At some point, Deep Rock Galactic somehow hypnotizes you into becoming a mining obsessed dwarf, and the scary part is you don't even notice it's happening, you just accept it. I think that's why I'm addicted. So if you have never played Deep Rock Galactic before, you should start now. I mean, you're probably missing out. I genuinely recommend giving it a try. Just don't blame me when you tell yourself, alright, one more mission, and suddenly it's 2 in the morning. Now if you'll excuse me, management probably has another cave that needs to be completely stripped of its natural resources, rocks and stones. Skadoosh. God bless y'all.